Let's begin today sitting cross-legged. And I do invite you to pull the flesh of your buttocks back behind your sit bones. And I also invite you to elevate your hips a little bit, which just makes it easier to sit upright. And we'll take an inhale and pull the shoulders up to the ears. And exhale and relax them down, breathing out of the mouth. And if you're comfortable closing your eyes, please do so. Just check in for a moment and see if there are any places of obvious holding or tension. You know your usual suspects: the brow, the jaw, the shoulders, the belly, wherever it is in your body. And then just spend the next few breaths trying to intentionally relax any places that might be tight or held. And as you soften the belly, you can start to feel your breath flowing deeply into the rounded belly. And then on the exhale, the belly relaxes. So bringing all of your awareness to the belly and just feeling expansion and relaxing. Inhale, exhale. And then on your next inhale, after the belly has filled with breath, breathe up into the ribs. Belly expands, ribs expand, ribs contract, belly relaxes. And then we'll complete our 3-part breath, breathing into the belly, into the ribs, and into the chest. Keep pouring the breath in, just like you're pouring a glass of water, filling it from bottom to top. Just let the vessel of your torso fill. Without changing the breath at all, just wrap your hands around your shins or front shin. Same rhythm of breathing. Now bringing the chest forward and the eyes up and the shoulders back on the inhale. And leaning away from the hands, rounding the back, tucking the chin on the exhale. Inhaling, arching. Exhale, rounding. Last one. Hi, Michael. And then come back upright. And then we're gonna isolate the movement of the head and neck, bringing the head up, forward, down, and back. And up, forward, down, and back, turtling the head. When you go back, you're not just going back from the forward to neutral, you're actually going to try to go behind center. And then reverse directions. Going low and forward and up and back. Last one. And then come back to stillness. Place your hands on your shoulders with your fingers forward and your thumbs back. Make big circles in the air with the elbows. And then circle the other way. Maintaining the steady rhythm of breath. And relax the hands down. Now we're going to try to stir the pelvis. It's a tiny little movement. You can think about maybe your belly button moving like this in a circle. So your head is neutral. You're just focusing on the lower body. So it's not these circles that we often do. It's a much smaller movement, just focusing at the base of the spine. Small movements. And then reverse. Okay. And relax. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Relax the head down. Relax the arms down. Bend the elbows. Even if you're not able to come low enough to feel like your elbows can bend, just make them a little relaxed. Put some slack in the arms. And then try to breathe your 3-part breath from bottom to top. Feeling the body expanding as you inhale. Relax everything as you exhale. Draw your belly in. And walk your hands in, roll yourself up, reach the arms up, inhale. Exhale the arms down. Notice the cross of your legs. Which one is in front or on top? Release the legs, shake them out. And then cross again with the opposite leg in front or on top. Inhale the arms up. Exhale down to the left. Inhale up. Exhale down to the right. And just continue like that at your own pace. And then when you come to the left again, stay there. Drop the elbow. Push the left hand away from you. Sink the right sit bone down. If you're able to turn your gaze up, do so. Drop the left shoulder. Reach out of the right hand. Stretch long, breathe long. And inhale up. Exhale, other side. Bend the elbow, drop the shoulder. Push into the right hand to sink down into the left sit bone. Reach out long through the left arm. Roll your gaze up if you can, just to kind of help the chest open, and if not, just look down. And every time you exhale, let the body sink. And inhale, lift, reach the arms up. Exhale, clasp the hands behind your back. Note which thumb is on the outside. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold forward, lift the arms. Try to get the hands to come up by folding the shoulder blades in toward the spine. See if your breath can reach your shoulder blades. And then when you exhale the air out, maybe the shoulder blades can just relax in toward each other a little more. Spread the ribs wide with your breath. On the exhale, see if you feel like you may be holding yourself up. Often we can go farther than we think we can, but we're just stopping ourselves because we don't want to go further because we're afraid it's going to be too intense. But if we relax and we go further, it's often not more intense because we've relaxed. And inhale up, reach the arms up. Exhale the arms down. Connecting with the rhythm of your breath as you move onto hands and knees. You can shake your legs out if that would feel good. We're going to line the hands up under the shoulders unless you're wanting to do the more vigorous version of our spinal movements, and then the hands come up into the downward dog placement. So those of you who want to be gentler, you'll just do a cat on the exhale and a cow on the inhale. And those of you who want to work a little harder can do a downward dog on the exhale and an upward dog, rolling onto the tops of your feet, keeping your knees off the ground, your hips off the ground, your shoulders back, and your eyes up. That's the inhale. So finding whatever works for you. And then if your knees are not on the ground, you can bring them back down. We'll all be on the hands and knees again. And we're going to walk the hands forward, keeping the hips lined up over the knees, dropping the chest. You can rest on your forehead, your chin, or your cheek, depending on your flexibility. And then with each exhale, let your back body drop toward your front body. Try to use the breath as fully as possible. The arms are straight so that you're getting the stretch in your shoulders in addition to your mid-back. If you're on a cheek, turn to the other one. If you're on a cheek, come center. Bring your hands under your shoulders and press yourself up. We're going to step the right foot up. We're going to come into a lunge, and if you want to come into runner's lunge, where you curl the toes under and lift the back knee off the ground, you're welcome to do that. That one is a little more challenging. So if you're in runner's lunge, you're not all the way up here like a warrior stance. It's still a low lunge. It's just that your knee is off the ground instead of on the ground. And then I'll give you some arm options. Option one is to keep the left hand on the ground and come into the twist by lifting your right arm. Option two is to bring your right elbow over to the outside of your left leg and then bring your palms together. And then if you're in that second option, when you exhale, you want to press the right hand down into the left hand. And in either option, you want to turn your ribs to the right. And if you're in the runner's lunge version, press back through your heels strongly. Keep the hips low in whichever version you're in, and turn your gaze up. And then come back, bringing your hands both to the ground. Bring your back knee down if it's up. Relax the back toes. Walk the hands back. Point and flex that right foot. And then hold the flex position. Inhale, look up. Exhale, keep your gaze up and just lay your belly toward your thighs. Inhale, stretch up through the eyes and the chest. Keep your gaze up. Exhale, draw your belly in, bend your elbows, try to drop your ribs down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, lay your belly down, lay your ribs down, and then relax your head over. Relax your hands. So if your hands can touch the ground, you want them just resting lightly. Just breathing in and out and feeling the breath, feeling the sensations, feeling if there's any relaxation that might be possible. And then lift your head. Bring your arm inside. And we're just going to lift that knee and rest it right on that right elbow. And those of you who wish can also lift your back knee. And then step the foot back. Bring the right knee down. Step the left foot up. Drop your hips so that you're in a lunge, or come into runner's lunge where your hips are still dropped, but your back toes are curled under and your knee comes off the ground. And the same arm options apply here, either right arm down and left arm up, or taking the right elbow to the outside of the left thigh, bringing the left hand on top, and then on an exhale, pressing down with the left hand to rotate the chest up toward the hands. If you're in runner's lunge, really reach back through that back heel. Twisting a little more as you exhale and relax. And then bring both hands down. If the back knee is lifted, bring it down, relax the back toes, and send the hips back, walk the hands back, point and flex the foot. Hold the flex position. Inhale, look up. Keep looking up. Exhale and try to lay your belly onto your thigh. Inhale, look up. Exhale, try to lay your ribs down. And look up. And exhale, scoop your lower belly in, lay your belly and ribs down, relax your head. And relax your arms completely. No tension in the arms, no holding in the arms, no rigidity in the arms. Focus on the softness of your breath, filling into the body and releasing out of the body. Keep pulling the toes toward your head. And lift your head, bend that front knee, shifting forward again. Bring the left arm inside, planting both hands. And just lift the foot so that the knee is resting on the outer elbow or arm. And then if you can, curl the back toes under and lift that back knee as well. And then step the left leg back so that you're in a plank just for a moment. And then slowly lower yourself onto the ground. Just take a moment here, feeling yourself sinking into the ground as you exhale. Notice how your body inflates and both lifts up away from the ground and pushes down into the ground as you inhale. When you exhale, see if you can sink your hips down into the ground. Actively press the bones down. And then clasp the hands behind your back in your non-habitual clasp, whichever way you did not do before. Opposite thumb on the outside. And then pull your hands apart to help roll your shoulders in. Press down into your pelvis, your tailbone, your pubic bone. And then inhale and lift the chin, lift the chest. Then feel the slow, deep breath elevating your ribs and chest. And then on the exhale, instead of bobbing back down, just let the low back and pelvis sink down. Keep your body lifted and maybe lift a little more with each in-breath. And relax down. Just let your heels fall out, let your head rest. Bend the knees and bring the soles of the feet together, taking your knees wide. And then press your inner ankles toward the floor while pressing your tailbone down. And then release the legs so that the feet are wide apart with the toes curled under. Bring the hands under the shoulders. Press yourself up and come all the way back into a wide-legged downward dog. Pressing forward through the hands, back through the hips, down through the heels. Drop your chest, relax your head down, draw the shoulders down the back. Press into all 10 fingers. We're going to walk the hands in and over to the right foot, taking another twist, bringing your left hand toward your right foot, bring your right hand onto your hip. And then as you inhale, stretch your spine long, pulling back through your hips and forward through your chest and head. And then exhale and twist, dropping your left ribs down, your right ribs up, lift that right arm. And then we'll see if we can open the chest a little more for those of you who can. Send that arm back past vertical, deepening the twist, opening the shoulder. See if you can feel the breath coming up into it. And then bring the hands down, walk over to the other side, bringing the right hand close to the left foot, bringing your left hand to your hip. And then straighten your spine and lengthen it. Chest moves forward, hips move back. And then exhale and drop your right ribs, spiral your left ribs up, lift your left arm, gazing up to your thumb. Your eyes can be closed, just aiming your gaze in that direction. Feel the breath filling into the interior shape of the twist. And then if you can, send the arm back behind vertical, go ahead. And then release down. Bring the hands center. Line the fingertips up with the toes. Hands shoulder width apart. Take a breath in, lifting the chest, reaching forward. Exhale, fold. Press forward with the fingers. Drop the head. Press down through the feet. Breathe in and out. And then place the hands on the hips, elbows pointing up. And with a flat back, lift yourself up. Turn the right foot to face right and bring the left foot at an angle. Turn your hips to face right as well. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring the left hand onto the left leg. And then inhale, reach the right arm up. And exhale, send that right thumb back, lean back, look back, reverse warrior. Press down into your left foot, bring your hips under you, tailbone forward, chest up, breath deep. Good. And then we'll take it into warrior two, opening the arms out to the side. Roll your belly to the left. And make sure that that knee doesn't come in. So your right knee wants to keep facing forward, and you're just rotating your belly. And then turn your gaze to the right. And then sink your hips as low as they'll go. So your belly should be facing sideways, not front. It's warrior two. So your gaze is facing the direction of your right foot, and your belly turns to the left. Good. And watch out that you're not leaning into the front foot. So check in and see that you have the same amount of weight in your back foot as your front foot. It's very common to have a little bit of this going on, and I do see a little bit of that. So you want the tailbone to be straight down. And the best way to tell if you're leaning is to see if there's any more weight in the front foot than the back foot. Good. And then straighten the front leg. Inhale, reach out through the arms. And then exhale, reach forward through the right arm. Bring the right arm down onto the right leg. Send the left arm up. Triangle pose. Each time you exhale, see if your left ribs can drop down into your right ribs a little more. And then we'll stretch the side body even more, bringing that left arm overhead. Feel like the left foot and the left fingers are reaching away from each other, pushing back through the foot, out through the hand. And inhale, come up. Release the arms down, turn the feet to face forward. And just take a moment here. Notice how your weight is distributed between the feet. So as we come into the series of postures that follow, you want to maintain that sense of balance. We'll turn the left foot 90 degrees to the left. Kick the right heel back so that foot is angled. And then turn your hips to face the left foot. Inhale the arms up, front knee is bent. Exhale, right hand comes down to the right leg. Inhale, reach the left arm up. And exhale, lean back. Sink the hips down. Breathe up into it. Lift the body straight, take the arms out, keep that left knee bent and lined up over your second toe, and then just roll your belly to the right. Take your gaze to the left. Drop your hips as low as they'll go. Checking in that the weight is even between the 2 feet. Warrior 2. And then straighten that front leg, take a breath in, reach forward through, reach out through the left arm, and exhale, bring the left arm down, the right arm up, the gaze up, triangle pose. When you inhale, try to lengthen your left side. And then when you exhale, drop your right side down. And then we'll stretch that right arm overhead and push the foot and the hand in opposite directions. And use the breath. And inhale up. Exhale down. Turn the feet forward. And then turn the right foot forward again. Step your back foot in a little bit. So you're shortening your stance. Good. Then lift your chest. Spread your toes, lower them down. And then we're going to fold the body over toward the right thigh. Take your gaze down to a spot on the floor below you, and then lift the left leg up, coming into Warrior 3. If you want to take your arms out to the side, you can do that. If you want to challenge yourself more, you bring them forward. Feel each breath. And then lift yourself up by bringing that left foot alongside the right foot. Release the arms down. Connect with the breath. And try to maintain the connection with the breath as you move into the pose, as you stay in the pose, as maybe you fall out of the pose. The eyes open, just still maintaining that deep connection to the breath. Okay. And then we're going to step the right foot back a little bit. Bend into that left knee, lift the toes, spread them wide. And then start to fold the body over that left thigh. Eventually you'll lift the right leg and straighten the left leg. Try to get your body and your leg parallel to the ground. And again, any other arm posture works. And then lift up by bringing your right foot alongside your left foot. Reach the arms up, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Bring your hands to your shins. Inhale, lift your head, stretch your spine long. Exhale, lower first your belly, then your ribs, then your head. And bring your hands to the back of your calves or thighs if you don't reach your calves. And inhale and push the legs into the hands. And exhale, push the hands into the legs. And continue like that. And when you exhale, you can scoop your lower belly in and up. And then relax your hands, bend your knees, bring your hands to the floor, bring your knees to the floor. I'll give you some options. If you can sit in hero's pose, you'll take the feet a little wider, roll the flesh of the calves out, and sit down inside your feet. If that doesn't work and you can sit in rock pose on your feet, go ahead. If your knees are not happy in these postures, it might help to put something in the bend of your knees or just come into any seated posture that works for you. Letting the sit bones drop, the tailbone sink, lifting the spine up tall. Bring the first two fingers of your your right hand to your third eye, the point between your brows, and then rest your right thumb on your right nostril and your remaining two fingers on your left nostril, and bring the other hand into Gyan Mudra on your left, index finger to thumb. We'll seal off the right nostril with the thumb and inhale through the left. And then hold, sealing off both nostrils. And then exhale out of the right. And then hold. Inhale right. Seal and hold. Exhale left. Hold the breath out. Inhale left. Seal both nostrils. Hold the breath. Exhale right. Holding the breath out. And continue like that. A few more rounds at your own pace. The next time you breathe out of the right, that will complete our breathing practice. And then you can let your hands rest down. Send the legs out in front. We're going to bring the right hand under the left knee, the left hand on top, and we're just going to rub. And then bring the left hand under the right knee, right hand on top, and rub. Good. And then we're just going to come down onto our backs. So if you like to come down slowly and use your abdominal strength, you can have your arms forward or up or on your chest. If not, just you can use your hands. Once your head comes down, and if it's not yet, don't rush it, take your time. But once your head does come down and your arms are released, you can lift your hips, tuck your tailbone under and lower back down, and release the legs and shake them out. If you're using an eye pillow and you want to place that on your eyes, now's a good time. And then we'll just let the arms rest out away from the body with the palms up. And take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth, sinking the body into the ground. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the weight of the jaw, letting the lips gently part. Inhale deep. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the activity of the mind, bringing your mind fully into the present moment by feeling your breath and letting go of the present moment by letting go of the breath, just allowing it to happen. Just seeing where you feel it in your body and parking your attention there. Not controlling the breath, not evaluating the breath, nothing to fix, nothing to do. Just breathing and knowing that you're breathing. Letting that non-doing radiate through your whole body as relaxation. Letting go. letting go, letting go. Breathe into your heart. Move fingers and toes. Reach the arms overhead. Take a deep breath. Stretch long. Hug the knees to the chest, rocking gently side to side. And then come center, rub the soles of the feet together, the palms of the hands together, bringing energy back into your body. And then roll onto your side. Rest your head on your underside arm. Rest your body on the ground, feeling the ground supporting you. Seeing how much you can release into that support and really be held by the earth. Relaxing into that holding. And then slowly making your way up to sitting. Let your head come up last. Come into any comfortable seated posture. Sinking down through the sit bones, lifting tall through the crown of the head. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, the hands together at the heart. Inhale the heart up to the hands. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale deeply, breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in. Let it all go. Drop the chin to the chest. Namaste.